Writing in my diary the start of war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player, you ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my hairstyle. Here lies young, getting paid for. Never take a loss on my hairstyle. Only take a when I'm in the bed. I be gang 3 times on my hairstyle. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hairstyle. Too late, you already lived.
It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God can tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm, have a stars. For the green renegade, for the money, only green is the green is the. I'm a player on the late night tips. So they see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog, to the skull. Ignorant, can I live? Still film it, kiss to death, friend protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss to death, friend protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger.
Money over on my hairstyle. Here lies young, getting paid for. Never take a loss on my hairstyle. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my hairstyle. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hairstyle. Too late, you already lived. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 9 to 6. You a shook one, breathe and know the ledge. I'm your. What's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a. Here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for money, strictly for money. Survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I'm in deep cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right there's on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? They're warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather you need Bucktown. This. On that quiet storm, T-O-N-Y, top of New York, with a pitchfork.
What's that on that beat?
Addicted to ballin', I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, I'm addicted to ballin'. I'm addicted to ballin'. I have to get my ends. I pull up in my Benz, flexing, counting my bands. Started getting money, I see how it feels to be rich. I live by the beach now, that's how I should live. Since I was a toddler, I knew that I would become this. I cannot move slow, that's a big no. Gotta chase this money, bankroll after big bankroll. I must get this money, I must get this money. I must get this money, get this money, get this money. I'm addicted to ballin', I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, I'm addicted to ballin'. I'm addicted to ballin'. I have to get my ends.
Got 100, I need bands. Now look at my dance. What is my jam? Run and get you that bands. Turning that party up. Used to have a my Nautica. You know the money be calling up. Friend, I'm tryna all of ya. Talking about it ballin', watch this. Started let me too quick. Went to Oakland with a few. Took 'em all you break. Yeah. Imagine what I paid for the rollie. Still from the police. 24 carats on my Kobe. Yeah. That for the homies.
Coach. Thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. That's fielded in the end zone. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Hey, spread left. Spread left. Here we go. Here we go.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. He does it again. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Punch right, punch right, punch right. Lucy.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb, because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help, because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Fournette, a first down carry. Fournette fighting through, and down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. On the move to his left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Fournette. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Here we go now. 3-19! 3-19!
This time, Jackson will throw it. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Jackson to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Gone! 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 Hurry up! Here we go! Green 39! Green 39! Hut!
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
There goes Duke Johnson. The 30, 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big run there by Johnson. 66 yards for him on the ground. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now whistles here. And I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They get it to him running left. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A good run there, 9 yards, but it still leaves him with work to do on 3rd and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Snap comes at 1, and it's Bortles. Flush to his right. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose, and the Ravens have got it.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Well, we saw a product of the elements right there. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson escaping the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Looking left sideline, incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll try and run forward with Collins. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On 1st, they go right back to Collins. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a give to Collins. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. On 1st and goal to Collins. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll go with a keeper. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. They pitch it out to Collins, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Alex Collins in the final seconds of the first half, and the Ravens are in for 6.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A final shot before half for Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this is fielded a couple yards deep. Past the 35, a very good return, but a penalty down. That may negate all the good work. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Here's Collins. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Jackson. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They go play action here on first down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Spread right, smack. Lucy.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Spread right, smack. That's right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Gone!
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big-time 3rd down play for the Ravens. 54 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down.
Let's go!
Here's a 1st down run with Collins. And some room to maneuver. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Marcel Darius with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 3rd down, Jackson looking for the end zone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And some room to work. Back now in Baltimore. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 3rd down, Johnson. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go with Johnson, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run the counter with Collins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Alex Collins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Shotgun now for Bortles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And down he'll go at the 25. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
372.
Check, 47. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Spread left, spread left, spread left.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Set. Green 80. 854 Ricky. Set.
Bortles now on 1st down. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Omaha. Hey, 5-0. So right. 372.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Again, they'll throw with Bortles. Smith catches left side. And he caught it up. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Leopard!
On second down, Collins. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Now Collins. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Watch it now, Barney.
This is Collins on the handoff. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Ravens on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They keep it with Crowell on first. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell. But they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
Baby, couldn't you? I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sailing right now. Couldn't you? I got too much on my mind right now. Tell that hero Dale, get my baby 30,000. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah. I'm on the road, I'm getting paid like what you want, baby. You a bougie, baby, but I love you, baby. Give you the world, baby. Pay $5 grand for a handbag like Saint Laurent, baby. We love that money, baby. 100,000 plus 100,000 my way. Got 30,000 plus 30,000 my wrist. We got those bad, that's I swear, baby, we was just kids, now. How could I forget